Luckily, we often don't face really difficult decisions where there aren't any good options, where we're choosing between the lesser of two evils. There's an old saying, it's called being stuck between the proverbial rock and the hard place. These decisions are rare in our everyday life. However, there's one reality where these decisions are common. And today's tale follows the story of Tanisha and her family and how they had to navigate between the rock and the hard place in the Healthcare Twilight Zone. Hello, my name is John. I'm your healthcare hacker and the host of the Healthcare Twilight Zone. Today we're telling a story, as I mentioned, of Tanisha and her family, specifically her daughter, in a very difficult time in their life, and how the healthcare system failed them, forcing them to make a very difficult decision. Let's start the story with a little background. Tanisha has a teenage daughter, and her daughter, during the summer of 2020, began to struggle with mental health issues. She had anxiety, she was depressed, she was withdrawing from not only her friends, but also her family. Family became very concerned. They started therapy for their daughter. However, it got to a point where Tanisha's daughter attempted suicide. The suicide attempt wasn't successful. And Tanisha's daughter was in the emergency room, and it was agreed upon that she should be transferred to an inpatient psychiatric facility. Tanisha's daughter was transferred to an inpatient mental health facility. Luckily, it was in network, and the insurance company agreed to pay for 90 days of coverage for Tanisha's daughter. For those 3 months, Tanisha's daughter got treatment, seemed to be doing better, but had an occasional relapse. She was just really struggling with some underlying issues that her therapists and doctors couldn't really get a handle on fully. As the 90 days came close to an end, the facility requested 20 more days. They were concerned that Tanisha's daughter was at a place where it was pretty fragile. She still was expressing some self-harm and suicidal ideation in her therapy sessions. And they were concerned that discharging her to a lower level of care may lead to self-harm or a suicide attempt. However, the insurance company disagreed. They felt Tanisha was fine. Well, maybe not fine, but well enough that she didn't need the 24-hour care that an inpatient facility provides. And she could step down to either a partial hospitalization program or an intensive outpatient therapy program. Tanisha's doctors vehemently disagreed. They tried to appeal this. They tried to get more days. In the end, they were unsuccessful. The insurance company would not budge. This left Tanisha with an incredibly difficult choice that no parent should have to make, but too often we do here in the Healthcare Twilight Zone. On one hand, she could go against her doctor's advice, discharge her daughter, and hope that she didn't regress or, in the worst case, commit suicide. No, the chances of that happening are pretty small. But do you want to take that chance? Or, on the other hand, she could keep her in the facility, but she'd have to pay out of pocket. And they wanted to keep her for 20 days. The facility charges $1,200 a day, which means that Tanisha would have to come up with $24,000 up front prior to seeking care for her daughter to stay at the facility. What a choice. Create financial hardship for you and your family, or run the risk of the mental health and potentially the life of your daughter. How does a parent make that choice? Imagine being stuck with this decision and not being able to talk to anybody that can tell you why they made the decision they made. On one hand, your daughter's safety. On the other hand, $24,000. It's just not fair, but it's how the Healthcare Twilight Zone works. Now, before you start saying the health plan is evil in this story, let's not figure out the provider. Remember I said the provider charges $1,200 a day? That's what if I had to pay or you had to pay, but they're an in-network provider for this insurance company. So the insurance company paid them $500 a day, right? Now, would they offer that $500 a day for Tanisha? So for the 20 days that she's staying, she'd have to pay $10,000 instead of $24,000? The answer is no. No. Were they giving more care during the 20 days to justify the higher rates? No. Was the care any different? No. Maybe the food was better in the cafeteria? No. The issue is it was denied. So the provider thought it was an opportunity to charge the full rate, the full $1,200 a day to Tanisha and her family. There are no winners in this. The Healthcare Twilight Zone puts a member in the middle and they have to navigate it. It's an impossible situation. This type of story is one reason why we created Athos Health. Visit our website below in the description and learn more about how we can help you and your employees navigate the U.S. healthcare system. Also, like this video, follow us on social media. We want to get our message out. We really want to help people. And as always, remember to get the facts by joining me in the next episode of Healthcare Hacks.